Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Bluewood Castle and defended it from Kaiser Otto himself. And now we have a somewhat curious situation. Now, I did head over to Yaruma Castle and scout it, and it appeared that there were only 190 troops there. Yes, very strange indeed, but I wandered over here because I noticed some tracks on the ground. As you may see, there are some tracks here, and we came across a certain few vassals that are attempting to take down our Illican friends. So, we are going to be heading in here and attempting to do battle and help the Illican as best we can. So, as you can... Whoa, okay. That is very, very spooky, isn't it? Okay, we have 163 troops, and the enemy has 163 troops. That is very strange indeed. That never usually happens, but there we are anyway. We are going to be helping them out, and I must just mention that I believe there are many more Reich vassals very close to us indeed, so I'm hoping that we will not have any issues with them, but these fellows did want to engage upon us very, very steadfastly. They were very aggressive, and they are now going to pay the price, I suppose, for their greediness, perhaps? No, they're not really greedy, are they? No. They're just being defensive, I suppose. Very defensive indeed. But yes, let's try to get our cavalry units down here and maybe go for... Yeah, we have quite a few cavalry units now. Yes, we have 26 cavalry units. That is very uncommon for us. We usually have a lot more infantry. How much infantry do we have? 12? Oh, okay, well, they're gonna have a fun time, aren't they? Oh, no, definitely not. Okay, so let us see what we can do here. It seems the enemy has a good amount of cavalry as well, so we do need to watch out for that. I'm hoping that most of our Illican rangers, as you may see by the kill text, we are currently getting quite a few kills thanks to them, so hopefully we will be able to use them to good effect. So I think maybe we'll want to move our cavalry a little bit closer, because then our Illican rangers will have a better shot at our opponents, and we might be able to weaken them up sufficiently for us to head in there eventually, I suppose. Now, I must just mention as well that I do believe Yaruma Castle will be our next target, and also I read one of your comments and you stated that it might be a good idea to speak to Shi Jin, because as we know, he is from the Zann dynasty, or as far as I remember, he is from the Zann dynasty. Oh, now we are going to have a couple of issues with these fellows here, and oh no, Dragonaires. I do not like them at all. Okay, well, let us show them the wrath of our cavalry units as best we can, and maybe I can take down this fellow if I can actually wade through the huge amounts of cavalry units that we have. So let's try to get over here and hopefully not get blocked many, many times in the process. Okay, oh wow, we actually did 40 damage to one of the Dragonaires. I was not expecting that much damage, but goodness me, that was very nice. And we have now obviously acquired the ability to take him prisoner as a result. So now we do have their reinforcements coming in, and that was not a good idea. Thankfully enough, my horse is very sturdy indeed, and by sturdy I mean almost invincible, because I think any other horse probably would have gotten taken out at that point due to my fatal mistake. And now here are all of our lancers and various other units coming in here and dealing some significant damage to the enemy's infantry force. So let's try to do some damage, shall we? Yes, thank you very much, Striker. We actually took out Baron Herman himself. Well, he's not going to be very pleased, is he? No, not at all. So let's see here. Oh, there we are. We took out yet another one. And mind you, I am actually using a mace with blunt damage, so I am able to take all of these fellows that I knock out prisoner, so that will be very nice to see indeed after this, and not take 33 damage in the process. Oh my, 33 damage, seriously? Goodness me. That guy had a huge axe, so I suppose I'm not too surprised about that, but wow. I was not expecting that much damage if I did take any damage. We are losing a lot of our companions now, unfortunately. Let's try to block some of these fellows off, and maybe they can attempt to attack us rather than our own units, because we are seeming to lose quite a few to... Whoa. Okay. Okay, you mean business. I get it. No. Don't take me out. Oh my goodness. This is death for me, I believe. Unless someone comes right now, I am totally dead. Oh! What are they doing? Oh my goodness, they're letting me live, maybe. Maybe. Oh? Oh, it appears maybe they are. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it's time for me to become a crossbowman and shoot them and give them a taste of their own medicine with their arrows and so forth. Yes, there we are. We actually took out one of the, I think, highest tier of archer in the Reich faction, perhaps? Oh. Oh, that was my chance to shine there, and I completely messed it up. Well, never mind, we're fine. And I was actually looking down in the bottom right corner and thinking, where's my shield? That is rather amusing, to say the least. Okay, well, nevertheless, we do seem to have this in the bag, as it were, and we only lost 10 units, so that's not too bad. We do have to rejuvenate rather considerably, though, as you may see by my HP and many of our companions' HP as well. We have quite a few issues with that, but thankfully enough, we do have quite a bit of wound treatment. Yes, wound treatment is the rejuvenation thing, so that's great. And please do not get killed now, Striker, that would be awful. Well, thankfully enough, I did actually turn him so that our Illica Falki riders were able to shoot and take him out. So there we are. That is actually very lucrative indeed. 18 renown and 32 morale for our efforts, and we lost almost all of our companions in wounded and knocking unconsciousness. So there we are. That appears to be fine. We did increase our relation with the Illica, which is basically pointless, but nevertheless we did save a patrol, and we are now able to take these fellows prisoner. But do I want to? I probably do. Even though I do not own a faction, I think it would be rather good to get our relation with the Valahir clan up, maybe, or maybe with a different faction? Nah, there we are. It does increase with the Valahir clan, which is fine, although the Kingdom of Taurania's relation increasing is not entirely a priority for me. So, oh well, nevertheless, we do get to take quite a few units from their rescued prisoners here. And it appears that they are all Valahir units, which is even better, so we can take all of these, and actually we can take every single one of them, so that is good. And we have a full prisoner's hold here, so what I will be doing is losing one of these, and oh, I have to lose 2 of these, don't I? Okay, well, I think that is probably going to be all I can take, to be honest. And Dahusan did level up, so that is always good news. Now, let us head on here. Anything that we want to take? No. The only thing that I wish is that my companions would be able to loot items. That would be amazing. Well, let us leave the items in the item pool, and ooh, it appears that Mr. Stormcloak has also advanced in level. I believe in the previous episode he had also gained a level, so let's get him another point in strength, and I think more power strike is in order to hopefully make him a little bit more deadly so he can kill his enemies before they kill him. That is going to be a good idea. So now, Dahusan. We want to speak to him, and goodness me, look at that charisma. Wow, 28 charisma. Amazing. Okay, so, strength? I'd like to do strength, but do I want to really? Probably do, yes. Let's go for strength, let's go for some more power strike. I know I'm turning them into basically warriors, and maybe that's not a very good idea, but, well, nevertheless, it appears that they are going to become my personal guard in the end, perhaps, and they can follow me into battle, and I will actually issue them the follow order. I think that would probably be quite nice. Now, as I mentioned in the battle, I believe we should probably speak to Shi Jin about the Zann dynasty, as one of you mentioned in the comments, so let us ask him something, and it appears he does not have anything that we could talk to him about. Maybe I am missing the option, but do you have any connections we could use? Aha! Oh, my goodness. As you may know, I have for some time harbored a wish to go to Bolgan and study the masonry, one of the finest examples of the Ode Perisnoan style. As it happens, one of my colleagues is currently engaged there doing repair work on the curtain wall. While his sense of professional obligation, I think, would prevent him, rightfully, from disclosing to me any weaknesses in its defenses, I suspect that he would not be adverse to offering up his opinion on the general state of the Drahara, if that is of interest to you. Not particularly, because we are not at war with the Draharans at the moment, so we'll hold off for now. Now, anything else we could speak to him about? What about his story? I'm from over the hills. Yes. Oh, I see. There it is. Okay. 25 cycles later has him launching a campaign against his father. Goodness me. And there we are. I was sent here in our fastest boat to warn the Perisnoan kingdoms about the threat posed by the Zann dynasty. So that is all I can find at the moment, unfortunately. Maybe you would be so kind as to mention in the comments how I would be able to find that particular conversation piece, as I think it would be of interest to many people indeed, so including myself, yes. So yes, let us now move on. I think I will be heading to Freising and passing by Yoruma Castle and scouting it a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Now, the Illican are following us a little bit. Hopefully they will be high enough in HP now to be able to deal with these fellows. Now, I would like to take this guy on if possible, so let's just take a look over here at Yoruma Castle real quick. Can I get here? Come on. No, no. Oh, I think I'm going to be too late to engage this fellow now, but as you can see, they do only have 2 vessels stationed here with 190 troops, with 102 prisoners. This is amazing. So I think, without further ado, we are going to be heading to Freising, and I will place my prisoners in the prisoner's hold here, and that is very good news for Macavia, that is for sure. Oh my goodness. Is this meaning that they're going to declare war against us soon? Hopefully not. Okay, well, there it is. The Zann dynasty have made peace with Macavia, and we are now going to be... oh, that's not too good. Our relation with our village has deteriorated. Okay, well, we cannot do too much about that at the moment, and as you can see, this is the huge amount of vassals that I was talking about previously, and they do seem to be a little outnumbered due to our Freising patrol and the Illica Falki patrol that was actually there as well, so that's great. So what are we going to do here? We're going to get some caravan guards. Let's get some mercenary swordsmen, I think. That is probably going to be the best thing. And then some heavy crossbowmen. So let's place these fellows in here. And what I will be doing is cutting away a little bit while I rest up and rejuvenate our units, rightfully so. And I will probably be taking some units from here to help us out. Maybe we will take some Illica Falki riders, and let's take some hardened Drengars as well, and maybe some Macavian crossbowmen. They could probably help us out quite a bit. So there we are, that will be that. And now I will be rejuvenating, and I will see you when we have arrived back at Yoruma Castle. Okay, so you may be wondering why I am concentrating on the Reich, but yes, I was actually very agreeing. Nope. I was actually very agreeing. Okay, so we have arrived here at Yoruma Castle, and now you may be wondering why I am concentrating so much on eliminating the Reich faction. Well, that is probably due to the fact that they are only at war against me, or at least against Striker, and I don't believe we would want them to interrupt us if the case were to appear where in a situation we would have a Reich vassal, and we would have someone that our own faction is actually at war against, and they would both gang up against us, or at least us in particular, rather than our own vassals, because of course the Reich is not at war against the Valahir clan. So I suppose that is probably the reason, as well as one of you actually confirming my suspicions as to why we should actually be doing that in the comments of the previous video. So thank you very much for at least confirming my attempts here of taking them out. And as you may see, I am not necessarily full HP, but I do believe that it is necessary to get this out of the way as quickly as we can, hopefully eliminate the Reich while we still can and have the opportunity to do so, because of course we are going to potentially have a rather big fight on our hands in terms of the Zann dynasty maybe declaring war against us in the near future. So let us hope that that will not be the case, at least. I would like to make peace with them if possible, but you never know. We may have an opportunity to maybe persuade one of their vassals to join the Valahir clan if they do not find that they will be able to take any other fiefs in Perisno at all. So you never know, maybe, but as many of you have stated in the comments, they do have some extremely powerful archers, so I can only assume that those fellows are definitely not going to take any prisoners in terms of completely destroying enemy units. with many, many arrows, so hopefully we will not come across any of them. Not just yet, anyway. I would like to gain a little bit more renown in terms of maybe having an army strength of around 170, maybe 180. At the moment, as you saw, we have 136, I believe, which is not great, I have to admit, but it is good enough, in my opinion, for a standard vassal, I would say, and it is enough for us to be able to defend rather well against any potential invaders to our fiefs at the moment. But when we go on the offensive, I would like to have a little bit more in terms of the amounts of units that we have. And now, let's try and shoot that fellow up there. Yes, we did. 34 damage. Very nice. Okay, so as you may notice, I am pretty much just going to be letting our archers do a huge amount of damage to the enemy, and then we will be heading up there in just a moment. I am actually really thankful that we have Illican Rangers on our side at the moment, because I believe if we had not completed that quest and leveled up a couple of these Illican riders and so forth, we would not have this many rangers from their faction, and we would, as you see here, not have as many kills on our side at the moment. So let's see how many we've taken out already. 37 units. Look at that. That is actually incredible. And of course it is helped by the Elvery archers, Faziel, as well as the Machiavellian heavy crossbowmen. So I am very pleased with our composition at the moment. However, we are starting to lose quite a few of our infantry, so maybe we should move them back a little bit, because it appears they are getting picked off. And oh, that is not good. Oh no. Okay, so it appears that the Illican Rangers have run out of arrows. As you may see, their quivers are completely empty, or at least some of them are. I'm not entirely sure why this fellow isn't firing. Surely he can see. That's very strange. Okay, maybe he cannot use the bow just yet. He does need to level up a little bit more, perhaps. Although this fellow has used his arrows. Huh, very strange. Okay, well, maybe he's just saving his arrows for some inevitable ranged combat. But yes, it appears maybe what we will want to do here is retreat, and then we will build the ladders once more. Let us do just that, and we will hope that none of the Reich vassals turn up. And I was actually really worried there. I thought that Manhunter party, was it? I thought they were actually the Reich vassals, and well, okay, this is strange, because I actually thought that the Valahir clan was already at peace with the Reich faction. That is incredibly annoying, is it not? Yes, it is. Well, let's take a look at the faction relations. So, let's take a look here. The Valahir clan is at war with the Tauranians, and, oh, it appears that we do have, I suppose, cause to go to war against Machiavellian. We have a defensive pact with the Hakanese, which is quite nice, I must admit, and we have peace with the Zann dynasty, so that's not too bad. Now, I suppose we could take a Tauranian fief, but I was really wanting to eliminate the Reich. Goodness me, I am very worried about that, actually, because now they can basically turtle in their garrisons and be able to mount a huge amount of units here, and then it will be very difficult for me to take it if they do decide to declare war again. Of course, I could just go after it right here, couldn't I? I'd actually have to attack one of their patrols and reduce their relation once again. Well, that stopped me in my tracks, didn't it? Oh, goodness me. Okay, well, I think what I will be doing is ending this episode off here. I know I was really wanting to get Yuruma Castle under our control, but that is just how it goes sometimes. And, ooh, thankfully enough, we are gaining quite a bit of wealth in our treasury, as you can see here, 26,000. That is not too bad, and, ooh, maybe we would have had issues. Although they are very weak in terms of their army sizes, so maybe I wouldn't have had to worry. And why are these fellows following us? They have 14 in their army. Okay, very strange. Well, nevertheless, yes, I will be ending this off here, and next time on Perisno, I think we'll probably be going for Tilbo Castle, or maybe I will have waited for quite some time and the Reich will have seen fit to declare war or something like that. Maybe we will leave it up to the comments, and maybe you guys can tell me whether I should attack one of their patrols and reduce our relation and then head in there again, even though our faction is not necessarily on board with that. So, yes, by all means, let me know what you think. And so, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.